In this video, we are going to look at just a few of the ways you may be completing your assignments for the teachers. There are many more options beyond this, but I believe these three examples will give you a good head start on the general assignments you will normally run across. So we're going to go to our Assignments tab. And here we can see that I've got 7 assignments. Some of them are duplicates because of an error on the teacher's side here, but you can see when they're due. So for example, this one says it's past due, and these 3 are due today. For this example, we're just going to focus on the 3 that are due today. So you simply go to the assignment you want to work on, choose it, and all your instructions will be there. This tells me to read an article and then to create a PowerPoint that covers the following items, and then to upload that PowerPoint. Here is the attachment for the article. So it takes me to the History channel with an article about the 1918 Spanish flu. Notice that if I need to, I can go back and forth between the 2 screens. So let's assume I've read what I need to read. And I need to go now to PowerPoint. The little square grid at the top left corner in almost every single one of these Microsoft Online apps takes you back to the main menu. So here I would choose PowerPoint. Now, for the sake of time, I'm going to skip ahead to having a pre-made PowerPoint. Now that I have my PowerPoint completed, notice that as I've been working, it saves it automatically for me when I'm online. Right here is where I renamed my document so it was not untitled. And I can simply close this one out because it is saved. I no longer need my History channel. And here I am back in my assignments. Now this is what's really neat about everything being together. Because my PowerPoint automatically saved in OneDrive, when I go to add my work, OneDrive's going to pull up as an option, and there it is. I'm going to attach that so the teacher can see it. And there's one more step on every assignment that you need to make sure you do, and that is to actually turn it in. So you saw the blue come across, it loaded, and there we go. First assignment turned in. Let's go back and let's work on the second one. So a phone conference in real life. Now with this one, it wants me to watch a video, and it has a link. So if I hit the link, it will take me straight to the video. And of course, whenever you deal with YouTube, sometimes you get commercials. So this is a good example. Notice I can skip the ad now. And here is my video. Let's assume that I want to leave my video up in case I need to go back and relook for some answers, because my work is a quiz. So I'm going to click on this quiz that's here. And when the quiz opens, I can go through and answer my questions. Let's see how well I paid attention to that question. Let's see how I did. I'm going to hit submit. I want to see how I did. Hey, I got 100. It's almost like I wrote this thing. Close. And it automatically turned it in for me when I finished the quiz. Let's go to our third example, math problems. Now this assignment is going to take me to my class notebook. Now class notebook is like a large white canvas that I can write on. Teachers can put PDFs or worksheets, and I can just answer right on them. So here it's opening up my class notebook, and I can see a pre-algebra worksheet here. Now, with the basic features, if you just click on the document and then double click where you want to type, you can just type right on the document. Of course, you could change your size if you needed to do that. And you can move the box around. Okay. Now, I could answer a lot of worksheets that way. Sometimes if I'm on the iPad, I might want to draw. I can hit draw. And I have found that if you're going to write an answer in there, you can write right on top of the problem. So I will show you right here. Choose my pencil, choose my color I want, and then I will just write my answer right on the screen. Now, sometimes your writing may not be very legible when you're using a computer, and you might want to change it from what you wrote to text. If you're going to do this, I have found that if you will do it over here in the blank and then let it change it and then move it over, it works better. So let me show you. So I'm going to do question 3 here. So my answer And once again, if you're on an iPad, you're going to find this faster to probably just write than type. Now I'm going to choose this select box. I'm going to select what I wrote here, and I'm going to hit this magic math button. And if I'm legible, it's going to make it into typed. There we go. And put it under question 3. You can also click on Insert and add pictures, an attachment from a file, or even record audio to add on to your assignment, depending on what your teacher has asked you to do. Now let's assume that I have answered all the questions. I'm going to hit close. And just like I told you on the first one, make sure you turn it in. All right, now all of our assignments are in. I want to go to my grades, and I will see my grade book, and I do not have grades yet because my teacher has not graded my assignments. Even though I know my quiz grade, she still has, or he has to confirm that that is my grade, but this will be where all my grades show up. So there's a lot more that your teachers may ask you to do, but this is the basics, and I think this will serve you as you begin back to school this week. Good luck, guys.